It's Tehachapi time again. Key Budge, Ashley Whitmore, Corey Costello today. How are you all doing?
Fantastic.
Absolutely fantastic.
It's nice to have
Fantastic, yeah.
Too many fantastics?
No, she absolutely did.
Yeah. No, I made it that much better.
There was an exclamation
Can't triple
point.
stamp a double stamp, Lloyd. Can't triple stamp, double stamp.
Today, we're officially in fall, and one of the mainstays in Tehachapi in the fall is our Tehachapi Apple Festival. Linda Carhart, who is the creator, director, producer of this event, is with us today. Linda, welcome back to Tehachapod.
Well, thank you so much for having me back.
Well, let's talk about, we've got the Apple Festival.
Yeah.
What do we have to look forward to this year?
More vendors. Actually, we have at least 20 more vendors than we've had in the past. We've added a few additional things.
You said there's going to be more vendors, but we closed down Green Street. Is it isolated to Green Street, or is there any expansion beyond Green Street?
Well, on F Street, we're going to have the Apple Drop at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and we didn't have that last year, but it's back this year. I'm really excited for that, too. And that's something that Lions Club and the Rotary Club of Tehachapi have joined together, and they sell tickets, and they drop these rubber apples from a crane onto a target. And if your apple hits the target closest to the target, you can win up to $1,000 Walmart gift certificate. The second prize is a $500 Home Depot gift certificate. So it was very worthwhile for people to buy a ticket and get involved with that, too. And it's a fun thing to watch.
Can people really still buy tickets?
Yeah, you can still buy tickets through any Rotarian or Lions Club member, or look for them in front of Albertsons over some of the next weekends.
We talked vendors. That's obviously a huge part of the festival. One into Green Street to the other. So what do we have to look forward to this year on the vendor front?
Actually, more apples this year. I've got one of the things that's interesting doing an apple festival is Tehachapi used to be loaded with apple growers. We're not anymore. We only have a couple of commercial apple growers here. But this year, I made sure we're going to have at least 3 full-fledged apple selling booths throughout the festival. There's going to be apple nachos, apple fritters, apple pies, apple cakes, apple drinks. Lots of apple stuff.
Can you explain the apple nachos? That sounds a little
I've seen them, actually. They look awesome, but yeah.
Apples covered in cheese?
No, actually, they're not at all. They're really, it's just a way to present something unique, but the Boy Scout troop does the apple nachos, and they slice up apples pretty thin, and then they pour caramel or chocolate or whatever kind of topping you want on it.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
I was
and I
not
think they
too
use some
sure
of the
about apples
cinnamon
with
crisp
nacho cheese
things,
sauce.
like the cinnamon crisp stuff, as like the chips too. So
nice.
I've seen them over in the years past, and it's a very popular booth, and it's very cool.
And they usually walk around and offer them on trays and stuff to get it out there, and because that's a big fundraiser for their troop. So it's a lot of fun. Besides that, we've got all kinds of jewelry, we've got candles, we've got clothing, we've got home decor. So there's all types of booths. So to me, it's like this is a great way to start the holiday season. We're coming up on Halloween, and then we have Thanksgiving and, of course, Christmas. So start the Christmas shopping. Lots of things that you can buy there, and prices are always pretty good.
Now, what about some of the activities you have for kids? I know you have a lot of those things that usually go on during the festival. What do you have going this year?
At least half of Green Street between E and F is dedicated to kids' carnival games, and they're really just old-fashioned games. Toss the beanbag into the cornhole, or knock down the clown, or we do a lot of little races. We have, this year I'm introducing a silly one, which is an egg on a spoon. It won't be a real egg because those would drop and mess up the street terribly, but it's just a wooden egg that the kids will do a relay race with the spoon and the egg. We have bouncy balls that they do races on, and hula hoop contests. Things just keep getting introduced. We have puppet shows. They're free. We have face painting. It's free. We have petting zoo, all free to the public. That whole end, everything is free for the public to enjoy. At the other end, we have bounce houses in the depot lawn. And the bounce houses for $10, kids can be in there all day. We'll have 5 different bounce houses, different configurations, and it should be a lot of fun for them. And $10, they just enjoy it and have a great time in that area as well. The Masons will do fingerprinting at the depot lawn. So we've got lots of things going on. Also in Centennial Plaza, we have live music all day. And this year I'm having an apple pie vendor in Centennial Plaza, and they'll be selling that apple pie by the slice.
Nice.
So people who just want to sit down and enjoy a slice, I'm probably going to put a food vendor. We're also going to have beer from West Lane Brewery and wine from Tehachapi Winery. Adult area is Centennial Plaza.
There you go. And hopefully, fiddly enough, that West Lane will serve their October West, which they just brewed, and it's a phenomenal beer. So that would be a perfect tie into the entire festival. I'm just throwing that out there. So if Derek Davis is listening, he should do that.
That's the challenge.
Give him advice. Bring October West. You'll sell a ton. Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing that caught my ear when I heard about the vintage trailer show, I think that's cool because I know we've had car shows and things in the past, but I know that vintage travel trailers are a thing. I mean, that I've seen some shows. They've done TV shows on that. Tell us a little bit about that.
That is going to take place on Sunday all day, and they'll be parked on F Street between Green Street and Robinson. Right now, I've got at least 12 entries for the Vintage Trailer Show, and vintage trailers are over 25 years old, have been restored to look like the era that they're from, and they're a lot of fun. I mean, the pictures that I'm getting with the entries are amazing, so I think people will really be excited to see that.
Going to be very nostalgic.
And those things were just built different too. I mean, they had real wood inside. Now you can spend a fortune on a travel trailer, but everything is composite or they've got, pressed wood. It looks nice, but that stuff, those old ones, real wood, stainless steel. I mean, you name it, they had. That's why they're so heavy for being so short. But
they're tanks.
Yeah.
I know, they are. Yeah, that's going to be fun. We also have the apple pie eating contest. That'll take place on Saturday at 2, right in front of Centennial Plaza. And that will have at least 10 pies, so hopefully we'll have 10 entries. We'll go out there and get them.
What's the average that the winner usually eats? Do you remember?
They have to eat the entire pie. And I don't...
I mean, time-wise then, I guess, would be the question.
Probably it takes 15 minutes almost because there's no hands. It's just stick your face in that pie and go for it. And you have to eat every single piece of crust and everything in that pie pan.
Volunteering to be the first sign-up?
Nope.
I love it. It makes me laugh because it's always several contenders with beards. And when they come on from eating that pie, those beards have more apple pie stuck all over them.
Does that count? Yeah.
It counts. As long as the plate is empty, we don't make them pull it off the beard.
I was talking with Mayor Pro Tem Michael Davies the other day, and we were talking about the Apple Festival, and he was just grinning from ear to ear. Last year, they asked me to judge the apple pie baking contest. He loved that so much to be a part of. Are you doing the pie baking contest again?
Absolutely, on Sunday, and that's sponsored by the Loop. So the entries go to the Loop. They'll take 8 to 10 entries for the apple pie baking, and I'm promoting it right now so that we get that many people involved. But that's fun too. You know, to have people love to bake and feel like they make the best apple pie and enter it in the contest. And there are prizes for all of these things. I give out prizes for the best pie, the best vintage trailer. So, and of course, those who stick their face in a pie, they get a prize too.
I remember a couple years ago too. I think the winner of the pie baking contest. She at the time she's since moved, but at the time she was running the Antelope Valley Chamber of Commerce, I think it was down there, and she actually used her grandmother's recipe and entered it and won. Came up to Tehachapi and won the pie baking contest. She was really excited because that was a family recipe that she used, and it won. So it was really cool.
We changed the rules a little this year because in the past we've had people bake 2 pies and one of them would be auctioned off. It takes a lot of time to auction it off. And this year I said, let's do just 1 pie. Bring 1 pie, enter it, win a prize. So I think that's going to be easier because I think it's difficult for people to bake 2 pies and may keep some people out of it.
I just want the person to win to they should brag about it for the rest of the year. I mean, they should, buy themselves a championship belt or something, and they can say, "I am the reigning pie baking champion," and and so that way a little buzz for it next year. People try to knock the champion off.
Have like a pie tin on the belt.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. Uh-huh.
They have those little mini pie tins. Maybe one of those.
There you go. Just so people have some bragging rights, so it really starts to mean something. It's being the reigning champion of the pie baking contest.
Yeah.
Now you have mentioned multiple nonprofits that are involved.
Yes.
So let's kind of go over what you do in support of the nonprofits, because you mentioned like the Boy Scouts have the apple nachos, and that the Rotary and
the Lions Club, yeah.
were doing the apple drop.
Right.
So let's talk about why you involve the nonprofits here in the community.
Because the Apple Festival is a nonprofit, so our mission is to give back to the community. So we're giving back to the community by presenting a lot of these things which are free to the community, but which I pay for. For example, the petting zoo. I donate money to Windswept Ranch because she's got all those animals to feed all year round. So we donate money to them. I donate money to the person who does the face painting because I want families to come, have fun, remember the experience, the kids to really enjoy themselves. The cheerleading squad from Tehachapi High School will help run the games, and I'll donate money to the cheerleading squad. The Warrior football team come and help in the morning to set up and come back the next day and help break everything down. I don't donate money to them. Salvation Army this year is going to help with trash and just getting toilet paper into the porta potties in the middle of the day. I'll donate money towards their youth program. The Masonic Lodge will do the fingerprinting, so they're involved in it. The wrestling club runs the bounce house area, so I'll donate money to them. So Ladies Auxiliary of American Legion, they're going to help me park people this year because I don't have the staff that I normally have. Like so many businesses, we're a little short-staffed. So normally they would sell apples for me. I have enough apple vendors, so I still want to work with them. So they're going to come and help in the morning to get the vendors into the right spot. They'll be there. I have 2 on each street to make sure people are in the right spot. So that's how we can give back. I mean, they're helping me. I help them.
I think that's the thing that we want to make sure we push out, that we want you to come and enjoy the Apple Festival on the 15th and 16th of October. But the people that you're going to be interacting with are these nonprofit organizations that work tirelessly throughout the year with different things that they do, but they've come together to make this a special event, and then they're able to go back with as a little fundraiser for themselves by participating and helping make this a nicer community event.
Right, absolutely. And that's the whole mission. It's all a give back to the community.
Anything else that we have to look forward to? I know I kind of broke into Sunday by talking about the Vintage Trailer Show. Are there any other differences between Saturday and Sunday with other events?
Just that on Saturday is the pie eating and on Sunday is the pie baking.
Okay.
On Sunday is the vintage car show. On Saturday is the apple drop. And both days have music and just fun things happening. Other things will happen, but, nothing's solidified at the moment. But there is always things that crop up and fun groups who'll get involved, like maybe the theater group who'll be there in costume and greet people and just offer photo opportunities. So just fun things happen all the time.
I believe in conjunction with this, the Chamber is also doing a carnival.
That's correct. So, yes.
Where's that at?
That's going to be over in the school district.
Right up Robinson Street, behind the Education Center,
Wells
formerly
Education
Wells
Center.
Wells Education Center, right there by Central Park, on the edge.
Yeah, so about a block away. You can get wristbands for your kids, I think, ahead of time.
Right.
So especially if you have some older kids, you can drop them off, and then you can come enjoy the Apple Festival, go enjoy the beer garden, or whatever you
whatever
so
you
desire.
like.
And I think if I remember correctly, Jeanette from the Chamber was saying that they could not include Carnival as a part of Mountain Festival because it was tough to find carnivals available in California that time of year. They're all tied up in Utah and Idaho and other areas due to COVID. Everything kind of their calendars
Everything
all swung.
moved.
And now this was a nice tie-in to bring the carnival aspect back, which used to be a part of Mountain Festival, is now associated, but it's something that the Chamber runs.
Exactly. It is. It's presented by the Chamber of Commerce, but it's in conjunction with the Apple Festival. And actually, I moved the Apple Festival last year and this year so that we would have a festival with the carnival and make more sense for people to come up and have so much more to do. So they can walk from the Apple Festival over to the carnival, and the hours are great. So if they could spend half the day at the Apple Festival and then half the day at the carnival.
I know we got Saturday and Sunday, October 15th and 16th. What are the hours of the carnival and the festival? It starts at 10 a.m.?
Starts at 10 a.m.
10 a.m. on Saturday, goes till 5 p.m. on Saturday, and then 10 a.m. Sunday till 4 p.m. Sunday.
I'm sure the carnival hours will be something similar.
The carnival actually opens the day before. I know the
Friday
carnival
night.
Opens Friday.
It kicks off on Friday. Okay,
Yes.
Very good. And then, of course, we've got all of our downtown businesses that should be open, so you get a chance to park, enjoy the business scene in downtown, do a little antique shopping, check out all the crafts fair and the makers markets and vendors that you've got set up on Green Street and F Street. And then we've got the special shows, live music. We've got local winery and brewery. My gosh, there's a lot to do.
Yeah, if you were coming from out of town, you could easily grab a hotel right downtown, and you could walk downtown, the festival, the carnival, everything, and hit it all.
And don't quote me on it, but there's a pretty good shot, because hopefully it's open this week. But the new Town Place Suites by Marriott is going to be open as well. So I'm just saying, you can go be one of the first folks to stay in that hotel as well for this weekend.
Good deal. We can follow along. You've got the Tehachapi Apple Festival has a website, tehachapiapplefestival.com.
Correct.
And then you're also on social media?
Yes, we're on Facebook and Instagram.
Linda, anything that we haven't touched on that's going to be taking place? Did we miss anything? We covered a lot. There's a lot of activity.
It's the 9th annual. We're not pretending that COVID year happened. So it's the 9th annual. Happens since 2013. So, yeah.
Lots to look forward to.
Yeah, we started so small at Railroad Park, and now look at us.
Yeah.
So if you're coming in
exciting.
from out of town, make sure you go to TehachapiAppleFestival.com. Go to Facebook or Instagram, Tehachapi Apple Festival. You can follow along. And then all of our public parking, we've got public parking lots if you're coming in from out of town on Tehachapi Boulevard, just to the west of Curry. We've got public parking lots here across from City Hall on Robinson. And then there's plenty of street parking as well.
I would certainly encourage folks to use the park and ride facility, use the one on Tehachapi Boulevard. Obviously it'll probably get filled up, but take a look at that one. It's a short walk to it's a couple blocks to the start of the Apple Festival, so to speak, which is kind of the depot. Stay on that side of their street. And then cross over by the depot as well to get to Green Street. But yeah, use that one for sure. And like we said, there's a few others around. I know in the past we've done a parking map. Maybe we'll do the parking map again, let people know when they're coming up where to go, and to get to the Apple Festival and be easily get around some of the traffic that occurs.
Linda, anything else in closing?
No, I just hope that you'll come up and enjoy the day and enjoy Tehachapi. We love to have you here.
And thank you for including all of these nonprofits. It's nice to see when everything that you were talking about, and the Boy Scouts are doing this, and the cheerleaders are doing that, and the Rotary's doing this, and it's like we're touching bases. I'm
gonna tell you, the cheerleaders are hustling too. I mean, as someone who works with them on the fundraising side for Warrior Boosters, they have been busy because they, not only they cheer at games, but they also do a lot of competition stuff. Right. And that's stuff that they have to sort of do their own fundraising for through the boosters, and they don't get school funding for it. So they've been hustling this year, and they're doing a phenomenal job. So they will work very hard for you, that's for sure.
They do. They do such a wonderful job getting the kids really motivated to get involved with the games. And we give out prizes to kids, too, for playing the games.
That's awesome.
But they're there, and they're truly cheerleaders going, yeah, come on, let's do this. And when they run those bouncy games and the hula hoop contests, they're phenomenal.
Nice.
Excellent. Yeah. Stuff to look forward to. It's going to be Saturday, October 15th, Sunday, October 16th. And then, of course, the carnival kicks off on Friday night, the 14th. And that is through the Tehachapi Chamber of Commerce. So we've got lots of fun things to do that weekend. We're in the middle of fall. This is a Tehachapi staple. And Linda, thank you for taking the time and joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Ashley, Corey, thank you.
Thank you.
The Tehachapi Apple Festival, Saturday, October 15th from 10 till 5 and Sunday, October 16th from 10 till 4 on Green Street in the heart of downtown Tehachapi. 3 city blocks of vendors, food, and fun. Everything from home decor, pet products, clothes, kids' toys, jewelry, candles, and so much more. Bounce houses plus free old-fashioned carnival games, fun races, apple bobbing, face painting, petting zoo, puppet shows, and BMX demos, all free. Wine and beer garden, live music, Saturday pie eating contest, and watch the apples drop on a target. Sunday, pie baking contest, and visit the vintage trailer show. Holiday shopping, so much for the kids to do with free entry. Get your apple pies or freshly picked apples. Enjoy apple nachos, apple drinks, apple fritters, apple barbecue sauces, and other apple goodies. Don't miss the Tehachapi Apple Festival, Saturday, October 15th and Sunday, October 16th, Green Street, Tehachapi. For more info, visit our website, TehachapiAppleFestival.com.
Tehachapod is a conversation about Tehachapi designed for the people who live here or who would like to know more about this mountaintop community. If you have a question you would like answered, email media@tehachapicityhall.com. We will try to answer it on a future episode of Tehachapod.